Hey folks, it's Woody here over at USA Made Blade and just coming to you from the shop tonight. Doing something that I didn't think we'd ever have the opportunity to do because these things usually sell so darn fast. But doing a quick overview and just talking to you about the amazingly smooth Koenig Mini Goblin. So let's give you some quick specs and then go through a few things about the knife and we'll get to what we always do with some comparisons. But overall length on this bad boy is 7.25 inches, 4.25 inches closed length, 3-inch blade length. It's 0.156 on the blade thickness of M390 steel. It is a Wharncliffe blade, and we're coming in at 3.7 ounces. So let's take a look at this bad boy. God, I wish I knew how to describe it. It literally leaves me at a loss for words. But for the size knife, I do get a good grip on it. It does trail off a little bit here on the pinky, but overall it feels really good in the hands. And the thing about Koenigs that everybody talks about is just the unbelievable build quality, just how well they're put together. And then the next thing, which is going to be hard to do at this angle, is just how damn smooth they are. And they really are. Unbelievable. It just doesn't get any smoother, boys and girls. I mean, once you disengage, that thing just falls shut. We've seen a little bit of variation as far as the smoothness, but I mean, all of them are still smoother than just about anything we ever see out there. And that's right out of the box. There's so many cool things to say about this knife, but it's very hard to compare to anything else that is out there. But it's just the variations on them. Typically, almost all of them I think have a blue back spacer, but he does do some anodized. He has done some DLC. He's done some bronze with bronze back spacers and some blue with stonewash back spacers. And all of them are just a very sexy knife, very good looking knife. And like I said, small knife. So it's still smaller, but still fits the hand really well. And just, if smoothness is a big thing for you, you're going to appreciate the hell out of this. Just not much of another way to put it. So let's jump from here. Let's do what we do and show you guys some comparisons with some other knives. There aren't a ton of knives in the shop that really compare to these. These retail usually start in the low 500s and run up into the $600 and $700 range depending upon what all's on them. So there are different variants out there that raise the price. Some with polished flats, some with like I said, DLC and different hardware and things like that. So some of those are what raises that price up. But these are definitely a mid-tech. Bill Koenig and his crew spend a lot of time working on each one of these to make sure they're perfect when they go out the door. And the other thing I'll say about them, that we haven't had to use them for customer service for anything, but everybody says that when you do have a customer service issue, Bill jumps all over it and their customer service is just spot on. So if there ever is an issue, just know you're going to be very well taken care of. So let's jump over, let's do some comparison shots. I'm going to redo the camera angle just here a little bit and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. One other thing that I did forget to suggest before we switched off there or mention, I'm not going to do a breakdown video on these. There are quite a few out there, and this knife is so simple to take apart and put back together that the idea of wasting y'all's time with a video, if you've ever disassembled a knife at all, then you're going to have no problem with this one. So let's start in with Koenig's bigger knife, which this is the Arius. So give you a side-by-side comparison for those. So if you're doing the Arius and you're thinking about a Mini Goblin, there you go. Hopefully that'll give you an idea. Obviously just two completely different knives as far as size. You can definitely see that Koenig style in both of them now. So let's jump over to some ZTs. Have a little fun with this one. This is a ZT0022. It's ZT's smallest knife, and this is just kind of the only thing I could do. I also wanted to show off some of our anodizing. A little shameless plug there. This is one of the only knives I could think of to kind of show on the smaller scale. Let's throw in a ZT460 tie. The 460 tie's got a little bit longer blade, but about the same overall handle length. So gives you somewhat of an idea, really close in length, just a little, about a 1/4 inch more on that blade there. And while we're showing ZTs, one of our most popular ones that we sell is the ZT 0562. We have a ton of people who have those. So just wanted to throw one of these in. Once again, another shameless plug for our anodizing. But give you an idea there. I mean, obviously much bigger handle, bigger blade. But this one's kind of interesting though. If you stack these two up and look at the width on here, you're going to see they're about the same width across on that handle, which is why that gives you a pretty good purchase in the hand on the Mini Goblin. It's got a lot of width across that handle. So don't have as many knives as usual because there's not. This one's a little tough to compare to your standard knives. But thought I'd throw on a Southern Grind Spider Monkey. This one's almost spot on. Get a little bit more blade length here, but really handle wise we're about the same. We've sold a lot of Spider Monkeys, so hopefully that'll give you guys. And once again, kind of on that cross width on that handle, they're pretty darn close. So let's throw in, while we're talking about Southern Grind, the quill. We've moved a lot of quills, and just for you guys that love full tie, you probably bought one of the full tie quills, and give you an idea. Plus both Wharncliffe blades. So thought that'd be cool to show you. Let's throw in a Chris Reeve Knives small Sebenza 21. This is the join or die computer generated graphic one. So, you know, truthfully about the same size overall. You get a little bit more handle length out of the Mini Goblin, and just a little bit more cutting edge, to be honest. It's not much, but it's close. So hopefully that helps you. Some of you Chris Reeve fans out there, give you an idea. So then last but not least, you had to know this was coming, is the Hinderer half track. So this is the half track Spanto full tie version, which is exclusive to us, and also one of my favorite knives. But as you can see, a little bit more handle length out of the Mini Goblin, just a slight, about a 1/4 inch more blade length. But you know, for knives in the same price range, we certainly moved a ton of half tracks. So hopefully this will give some of you that are considering the Mini Goblin or looking at the Mini Goblin an idea. So that's it, boys and girls. This is the Koenig Mini Goblin. As I said, it's just incredibly smooth. Just every little detail is paid attention to it. Bill doesn't do new generations. He just keeps improving and keeps making little changes, pinning the back spacer as well as screws. Just some little stuff that he keeps changing every time he puts out a new batch. An amazing knife. If you love smoothness, if you love unbelievable quality, if you love all the little details being looked at, this is definitely something you're going to want to take a look at. So like I said, we've got them in stock right now, which is pretty shocking. They usually don't last very long, and I think we've had this last batch, we've got I think 3 left, and it's been about 3 days, so we moved quite a lot of them. But we do have more coming, a lot more anodized versions coming. I believe bronze and blue anodized are coming in about another week. So who knows, depending upon when you're watching this video, maybe we'll have some in stock. We try to keep them as stocked as possible, but they just don't last long. So we hope you'll check them out and all the other knives that we showed you on here. And they're all available over at usamadeblade.com. And as always, thank you for watching.